Welcome to Payments Playbook, the show where we explore the strategies and systems that drive smarter payments, stronger cash flow, and more profitable business. Brought to you by Paylink, the business-to-business payment experts. Now let's dive into today's episode. Well, welcome, Jacob Warren. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Today is our auction day, so just been busy all morning. We're kind of winding down now.
Yeah, one auction a week or a couple of weeks?
Yeah, weekly. Yep. Our business is unique in the fact that we only have 52 days a year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's auto auction industry, though, right?
You bet. So give us a little background about Central Arkansas
Yeah.
Auto Auction, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so my personal background is I've been in the auction industry for 21 years now. Started as an entry level positions, overnight security guard, and worked my way up to a vice president of an auction company in Louisiana. I spent 20 years of my career there. Just recently switched over to Arkansas in the last year to come up here to Central Arkansas to join this family owned independent auto auction that is poised for growth. And join him as their vice president for that reason alone is to bring some structure and growth to their operation and organization. And it's been fun. I've had the most fun I've ever had in my career. They've been around since the 70s, I think 1974. Family owned business. They're on their third generation operator right now. We're the largest auto auction in the state of Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
We're second in the region, and our region does include South Missouri, Eastern Tennessee, Western Tennessee, excuse me, and then East Texas. In North Louisiana, so we've grown. We're doing great. A lot of good things are happening here. We've got a brand new 8-lane auto auction building. We should be in here in about 90 days. So that brand new facility is connected to our current facility. So it'll be one big campus here, and we're gonna do a lot of upgrades and modifications here. And hoping for the best, right? As we continue to grow, things are going great.
Excellent. And you, when we were talking just a minute ago, you indicated you have one auction per week. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So our business is unique in the fact that we only have 52 chances a year to make money. 52 days a year, barring no weather disruption or any kind of emergency that may occur. We have 52 opportunities to make money, and we have to make the most of it.
How many cars do you normally sell on an auction?
Yeah, so we run about 700 a week right now. Our goal is to be at 1,000 by this time next year. Hopefully before that, we want to be 1,000 consistently here in the state of Arkansas. So it does include we've expanded some to the digital markets, and I think that's where a lot of our growth will continue to happen digitally.
Are you seeing any major shifts right now in the industry?
There's a lot going on, right? You've got disruptors, if you will. You've got digital auctions that are coming out. I mean, inventory constraints, price stabilization still hasn't occurred. If you wanted me to go way back, I still think we're in a vicious cycle from cash for clunkers back in 2008 or 9, whenever that was. I think a lot of people into a cycle that just hasn't ever recovered. That's just my personal take on it. If you look at the cyclical lifespan from there till now, I don't think price stabilization has ever occurred, right? And then, of course, fast forward few years to COVID, and car prices shot up. I mean, it got insanely expensive to own a car, buy a car, to the point where I sold off all my personal vehicles because they were so high. Resurrected an old farm truck that I had, a 2002 model, put a plate back on it, and I drove it for 2 years because it was just that moment of like, man, I can really cash in. Never in my lifespan did I see a car go up in value, if you will, So I just took opportunity to do that, and of course they've come down a little, but I think the new reality is that you've got AI and automation coming in. That's pretty crazy to me. AI that can now detect any sort of damage on a car. As a matter of fact, they're testing things that are you put in the criteria and it'll buy a car for you. That's wild to me. The buyer protections and transparency that auctions have to disclose in this digital world also kind of goes hand in hand with that AI. I mean, it's just cross-border global bidding is a real thing now. The internet opened that up a few years back. Louisiana, we sold to all 50 states, including Puerto Rico, pretty regularly, and we were selling to 33 countries, Africa, Europe included in that.
No kidding.
Yeah,
wow.
we're picking cars up from Marcella in Louisiana, taking them straight to Jacksonville and put them on a ship and taking them overseas. We had several buyers. So, cross-border global bidding is a real deal thing now, man. Pretty awesome. A lot of Canadian business kind of goes back and forth, as if you will, as well. So we'll be real curious, economic-wise, is if these tariffs kind of affect that as well, right? Like where are we going to land with that once that kind of all bust wide open, if you will. So
I was kind of curious. That was one of my questions. You foresee a big impact on tariffs? In the car industry, actually, the tariffs are probably going to be more impacted on new vehicles. I'm thinking, maybe not.
yeah. So I personally think so because we're not importing used cars, right? I do think if tariffs do hit new cars, you will see a spike, kind of similar to COVID,
Yep.
to where used car prices are going to shoot up because the new car product, it'll be supply and demand again, right? Like the new car supply will be down because we either won't be importing near enough, or the prices will go so high on the new vehicles that used cars are going to have to, kind of be where everybody lives.
Now, I would think that will support the value
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the used car market and the auction market for that matter,
that's
right?
right. Yep.
Hitting that six digits for a new car, that's just tough for me to swallow.
Yeah, I like to drive. Well, I don't know if I should say what product, right? Because I sell them all. But there's a specific brand that has a luxury pickup. We'll just say that, and I like to drive those, and it makes me sick to go and look what I use. The same truck I used to buy is now 30 and 40 grand more than I ever paid for it. And it's not that great.
Yeah.
We ride in the
Well,
same old truck, and just put a new transmission in it and paid for it. That's where I live right now.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm a lot older than you. My first house costs less than
Yeah,
what a new vehicle does.
Dad told me that the other day. He built a house back in 1980 when him and my mom got married, and he built it for $28,000. That's it. We're talking a 2,200 square foot house, wooden frame. All the works. He had granite and all that in it, and it's just crazy that a used car, costs more than a whole house did.
Yeah, I mean, a used car now
Yeah,
is more than that.
yeah.
That is something else. Are you following any metrics or key performance
Yeah.
indicators that you track?
So we track market share, we track average price for a vehicle, fees per vehicle. Obviously, that's an important one for us as a business internally. We do track types of cars, maybe how they sell, green lights versus red lights, which your green lights kind of give you a little bit of a guarantee. Your red lights are as is units in our industry. We track those a
Okay.
little bit, but the big KPIs are just the number of attendees, market share, and average price for a vehicle. We check those very regularly.
And if you're pushing through 700 cars a week, it's all or none, right? They all get sold at every auction.
Oh, yes, sir. So they are, yes and no. They're not here on a guaranteed sell. The seller still has say so in it, right? So if they have a floor price of 20 grand and it brings 19, they have the choice to either sell it at 19 or tell us no.
Okay.
So not everything is on a one-way trip, but yes, there are clients that have cars at our sale every week that are guaranteed. And, those are usually the cars that bring the most money, do the best because the buyers know that product is leaving today. Calls
Yep.
in our industry are a bad thing. We call those ifs or phone calls, right? If and that just means if it doesn't quench that floor price, we have to put it there on a phone call, and try to work the deal on the back end. And sometimes they're not good because a buyer has to tie up his money for that much longer, if you will, instead of buying a new
Right.
car. Anybody
Yeah.
who can be on the block and rep that car and sell it immediately and advertise that they're 100% seller, or the car is a guaranteed sale, that helps. That's the best a car will ever do in this business. So yeah.
Yep. Having a once a week, what kind of terms, as far as payments,
Yeah.
what's that look like? Do you give the people terms or
Yeah.
cash?
Yeah, so we accept cash, certified checks, bank wires. There are several different flooring companies, and those are basically fund dealerships.
Yep.
Money is it's small banks, if you will, that kind of give them that. We don't accept credit card payments just because we had years back some dealers who thought they could dispute the charges on those credit cards, right? So, uh,
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
yep, don't do that anymore.
Well, yeah, when if you have someone buying five, six cars at a crack, which I'm sure you have
Yeah,
people buying a lot more than
absolutely.
that, gets you a big number in a quick hurry.
Yeah, and then the auctions are on the hook for that, if you will. Floating money is just part of being in the auction business. That's what we
Yeah,
do a little bit.
and you want to control that as much as you can.
Yes, sir.
And as far as Central Arkansas Auto Auction, do you have to, when you get the cars in, do you detail them?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we have a full-blown recon facility here, and a lot of auctions have that nationwide. We offer from your basic exterior wash to a full-blown detail.
Okay.
Step next door is we have a mechanic shop that can change the oil, change batteries. We did a transmission job for a customer not too long ago. We have full-blown facilities there, all the way to paint and body. So we're a one-stop shop for your remarketing needs, and we did that in an attempt for the big national accounts, which we've had very blessed to have opportunity to sell their cars here recently, and it's we've built something here to last, and that's part of it, right? Having that facility where when a car lands here, it doesn't leave till it goes to the new buyer, right? We can recondition that car to the point where it may have showed up as a $5,000 unit, and we put $1,500 worth of reconditioning
Yep.
into it, and it turns out to be an $8,000 seller, right? Having those facilities and services, I think auto auctions that aren't successful should definitely look into adding those to their repertoire.
Absolutely. And you don't make those services available to the public, do you? Strictly for the
They're
cars
not
that
yet,
come?
at least. We have considered it because our actual shop is on premises, but it's outside of our fence, if you will, the mechanic shop. We would have opportunity for that 100%, but we haven't done it yet. We've kicked it around. I do know two auctions in particular, big independent auction, and one of them has a paint and body shop, and it's actually the largest in their city. It was primarily built for their inventory for their customers. It turned into a general
Okay.
public body shop. It's the biggest paint and body shop around, and they do a phenomenal job, and it makes a lot of money.
Yeah, I was just curious with that volume of cars, you just don't have the capacity to be doing the public in general.
Not at this moment. I mean, you think about it, we move more cars than any dealer does in a month. Some of them even in a quarter, if you will, in 1 week, right? So it's a quick turn on these cars. Uh,
Yep.
some of these cars get grounded and they do have to sit here for a certain amount of time due to bank regulations or loan CFPB stuff, all that, right? So those cars give us more time to kind of work on it, if we will, once it gets approved by the selling customer.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
I guess we've talked about the future goals, your growth trajectory, some of the KPIs. How do people find you and get more information about Central Arkansas Auto Auction?
So we have a website. It's CAAA.com, CentralArkansasAutoAuction.com. You can find us through there. We got a lot of listings there, but that's the OVE is just a platform where a lot of auctions list cars, if you will, pretty much any of them in the industry. You have a live simulcast and Velocicast are through Auction Edge. This is for licensed dealers only, right? It does no good for general public. We don't. You're not even going to be granted access online to even watch if that matters. But anyway,
Okay.
that's how you find us. Those websites will get you there. Our website, we're kind of in a remodeling stage right now. So if you do happen to go to it, please take a look back at us later if it's not complete. We're overhauling a lot of things, making it fun. Our goal is to create an atmosphere that's service oriented, but yet, allows you to enjoy your time at an auction while you're here.
Well, with the auction, for each vehicle that comes in, do you have pictures and info on each vehicle?
Yeah, so each vehicle goes through what we call a condition report. Almost every auction in the US does this. We have a team dedicated to that, and they assess every car. They take pictures all around, disclose any damage. They check the tread wear, they check engine oil levels, they listen for engine noise, they check on the undercarriage. I mean, we do rigorous tests, right? And it's all to cater to that online buyer where they have confidence to purchase that, and that's we offer that full condition report and stand behind it.
Very good. Well, thanks for joining and look forward to talking to you again.
Absolutely, Paul. Thanks for the opportunity. Anytime you need anything, I'm here to help.